Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome to this bite-sized episode that is part story and part announcement. So today is the last day to join us in the Sanctuary, which is our seasonal living membership for soulful feminine folks who want to live less from the anxious, strategizing, analyzing mind and feel more at home and more alive in their bodies through a path that's inclusive of pleasure and beauty and delight and feminine presence. So if that sounds like you and a club you want to be a part of, you can click the link below this episode or head to marylofgren.com/sanctuary. And the story I'd like to share has to do with the origins of the Sanctuary, which go all the way back to when I was a teenager. And let's just dive in and see if you can find yourself in this story. Because if you're a listener to this podcast, I'd wager you can. In 1996, I awkwardly stumbled into my first yoga class at the age of 15. After endless hours of trying to control my body with diets and VHS aerobics tapes, thank you, Jane Fonda, abs, buns, and thighs, which I can still recite verbatim by memory, I was enchanted by the idea that movement and health could be a spiritual path. So I took all the good Catholic dogma that I'd been raised with, and I rolled it out right alongside my new yoga mat. All that purity-seeking I'd tried to escape in organized religion found a new home next to me on my meditation cushion. And I set out to become Little Miss Perfect spiritual mindfulness pants. I became vegan for a spell. I neti-potted my nostrils frequently. And I tried once again to fit the round curves of my feminine nature into the straight lines of someone else's system. What I wish someone had told me back then is that the aliveness I felt after a night of sweaty, sexy, sneaking into nightclubs with a fake ID dancing was not sinful. It was spiritual practice. That the love I felt for makeup, fashion, style, and skincare was not shallow. It was part of my unfolding dharma. And that for feminine creatures like you and me, presence is not about transcending the body, but about fully inhabiting it. Maybe you grew up with religion too. Or maybe you grew up in a family whose religion was intellect and logic, and you were chastised for feeling too much, or felt ashamed for wanting emotional connection in ways that your caretakers weren't capable of. Maybe you've judged yourself as superficial because beauty, whether in a rose or a runway show, easily moves you to tears. Or maybe you're a seeker who's been to every retreat, mountaintop, and meditation hall, but your soul is still longing for something richer and something more. The Sanctuary is a haven for soulful women who have spent decades studying themselves and are now ready to feel and experience themselves. It is a place where beauty is medicine, presence is power, and spirituality is simply a celebration of being alive. Each week in the Sanctuary, you are supported by a beautiful flow of sensory rituals, gems of wisdom, and cozy community gatherings to make your life feel magical again. Alive in your body, awake to wonder, and anchored in what matters most. That's the kind of presence we practice together in the Sanctuary. And we've got a seat by the fire saved just for you. I would love to meet you and explore this path with you inside the garden. Doors close tonight. Head to marylofgren.com/sanctuary, and I'll see you inside.